Hey man, real stay shit. You already know what the fuck going on. So we gotta talk about this situation, man. The Grammys this year. The Grammys this year, I feel like they basically announced the Grammy nominees, and they sort of just like, I guess, went for just some more known. I mean, obviously it's the Grammys, so you have to be popular or some shit, but I wonder really what they base it on, because in doing so, like, they had a lot of fire nominees and shit. They had like fucking Family Ties by Kendrick was in a lot of them. I know J. Cole and 21 Savage's song was in like every category. They had Kanye West, Donda shit, Megan Thee Stallion. They had, for best rap performance, they had like Megan Thee Stallion Thought shit, Cardi B, Up, Family Ties. I know they had the J. Cole song too, and I think like the Kanye Jay-Z song and shit. But I thought that one thing that they definitely were missing on this shit is that Playboi Carti had no Grammy nominations. Now, not on some stand shit, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like that is like, I mean, that's why niggas don't really respect the Grammys, because it's like, I feel like they either, I don't know. Number one, I feel like the problem with the rap Grammys is they kind of just try to force everything into one category, because it's like, really, rap is like different fucking like, it's different genres in one overarching genre. But I feel like it's some like, I don't mean to be racist or nothing like that, but it's like some older white people like vibe of the Grammys, where they kind of just like bunch it all into one, because all those songs are like completely different. And it's like one shit, like half of them are like spiritual, lyrical, miracle, conscious, turn up, or almost turn up, and then kind of conscious. And then like, I don't know, like they need to put Playboi Carti in there, because it's like its own genre within it. But like, that nigga was an inspiration for like half of these new niggas that are coming up right now. Like, and he put on so many different people, but he's like really the inspiration for a lot of rap niggas. I wouldn't say he's the inspiration for the people. I mean, yeah, nah, this nigga definitely an inspiration for some of the people that are in the list and shit, but like, I don't know. He has his own like subcultures and shit, so it's like this hella people, and it's just definitely a snub. This Whole Lot of Red was a pretty influential album. I can name at least 5 to 10 artists that use like beats, styles that kind of shifted and shit ever since Whole Lot of Red. I don't want to drop names and shit, but we can argue that even like niggas like Yeet like are kind of spawns of the Playboi Carti Whole Lot of Red sound. Like, sure, he was making that music beforehand, but like that type of vibe kind of originated from the original like Starboy and fucking Out of Town Tobias type style and shit. So like, that is definitely an influence on that nigga shit. All of those niggas like that, like on that level, basically, you could really say a lot of them are inspired by that. Like, it's definitely next level. And this nigga really had people looking like fake Cardis and shit, like posing like crazy. Definitely like very influenced fan base and shit, selling out like every shows, and people be wild and shit. It's technically more underground than like a lot of this shit when it comes to like major artists, but that's really because this nigga doesn't even try to drop music or nothing like that. Like, if he had his fucking leaks out, they would go platinum. Like, that's like, this nigga confusing ass nigga, but I guess he just really cares about shows and shit, because this nigga be touring for months on months on months, just going from show to show. So it's like, that shit crazy, man. This nigga just like went out, did that shit, and the Grammys, of course, sleep on it, because they sleep on everything. I mean, like, the Grammys is like some 1800s pre-slavery ass invention. Don't quote me on this, but I just feel like it's just so out of touch with actual music and shit, because it's like, niggas don't really like only old heads are listening to half the people on this list. Like, I feel like the only relevant people on this actual list are Megan Thee Stallion, probably, and like Baby Keem too, but it's like I feel like Baby Keem and Kendrick is like a whole different category. And it's like, I don't know, they be having like the diehard fans, but it's like old heads are listening to J. Cole and shit. So it's like they're not even tapped into the youth and like what the youth are listening to. I don't really think that's their goal and shit, but that should be the goal, because they eventually push all the trends and shit in this shit. So it's like, I don't know, man. That shit crazy. Another, like, they're not woke on the, they're not putting their ear on the streets. Like the Grammys are, when I imagine the Grammys, I imagine some eyes wide shut ass fucking like cult Illuminati shit, naked people all voting on the fucking like shit, and it's just crazy, man. That's what I assume. It seems like some like Jim Crow era shit. Like it seems like some way throwback. Like how recent is the Grammys? I'm not gonna do any research on it because I'm just gonna think that it's old as fuck and keep that thought in my head. Hey man, you already know what the fuck is going on. Real stay safe shit. Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Instagram and Twitter and shit. Let me know in the comments what you think.